Hey guys, it's Nolan. So on this channel, it's my goal to share my personal experiences in finances and recommend some practices that are based on what I do personally, so that my money is right on the line just like yours is. Just for a few examples, I buy a stock every single week, and sometimes I rebuy the same stock. But anyway, every single time I do that, I'm going to post a video, stock of the week, on Tuesdays at noon. So look out for those. And as some other examples, anytime I save money, anytime I find like a good gig or something, I'm going to make a video about it and let y'all know. For one other example, I saved $600 recently on my home insurance, and I made a video so that y'all can see what I did and hopefully maybe save you a few bucks as well. I just refinanced my house. I'm going to make a video soon. I'm going to tell y'all all about it, so y'all be looking for it. I believe in the internet. I believe in the power of free. I believe in all of us coming together, getting smarter together, helping each other out. And I'm never going to charge for my opinions. I'm never going to charge for my recommendations. But if you do want to help me out, if you want to kind of add to this community, add to this dream, join the community, subscribe, comment on the videos, share your knowledge and your life experiences with each other. And together, guys, we can achieve our financial goals. All right, guys, let's get into today's video. Alright guys, so today I'm giving you 7 beginner tips for investing that I wish I knew when I began investing. So let's jump into it. First tip that I'm going to give you, tip number 1, buy more than 10 stocks. Buy more than 10 stocks. So in investing, this is known as diversification. You're not putting all of your eggs in one basket, but you're putting your money in different places by diversifying your portfolio. Highly recommend it, guys. I personally own 33 companies, and I'm looking for more companies all the time to add to it. And of course, y'all know what companies I'm buying because I'm putting a stock of the week video out every single week. But this is just so important. You may have had a friend or two tell you, you have a bigger chance of making a bigger payout if you only put your money in 2 or 3 stocks. And while that may be true, there's also a greater chance that you could lose your money with only 2 or 3 stocks. If you have 10 stocks and 2 of them go bad, you have the 8 stocks to kind of hold up your portfolio. Whereas if you only have 3 stocks and 2 of them go bad, then you're kind of in trouble. So I really recommend, guys, buy more than at least 10 stocks. I would shoot more for 15 at least. Just to kind of give you that peace of mind and just knowing that, if one company goes bad, you got some others to raise it up. Tip number 2, focus on your long-term goals. Focus on your long-term goals, your long-term gains, and ignore your short-term losses. So don't get so focused on there's a bad day on the market and the market's crashed. It could happen the day after you get started investing. You could have a short-term loss and you could lose 10% of what you invested. And even though that hurts, don't get so focused on what happens in 1 or 2 days that you miss the gains that you could have by keeping your money invested for up to 3 to 5 years. That's what I would personally recommend, is keep your money invested for at least 3 to 5 years to see those gains starting to come in. If you pick a good company, if you pick a company with a future, give them a few years to get that money back to you. You may have a bad year. 2020 was surprisingly a good year for stocks. 2021, I'm hoping, is going to be a good year as well. It may not be, but I'm not worried about it because my money is invested for 3 to 5 years. Even longer than that, I'm shooting for 10, 20 years. So don't get so focused on the short term. Tip number 3, have a savings stash. Don't invest everything that you have into stocks. I personally recommend that you have at least 10% in some kind of liquid form. So have it at, a cash stash so that you can use it in case there's an emergency. You don't want to go into debt. You don't want to, you don't want to have to take out a loan to cover some unexpected costs, have a cash stash ready to go to protect you from those losses. But also, what if stocks go and sell? What if there's a crash or something that happens in that stock you've been looking at that you want to buy? Now's the perfect time to buy it, but now you don't have the cash to do it. Keep a cash stash, guys. All right, tip number 4. Don't borrow money to buy stocks. Hear me, guys. Hear me. Right now. Don't do it. Don't borrow money. You're setting yourself up for failure, and it's just not a financially sound practice. Don't do it. Tip number 5. Stay away from penny stocks. Most of the time. All right, guys. Any stock that's below $5 is going to be a little bit more risky. I would say diversify again. If you have a penny stock or two that you're just really passionate about, you really believe in the future, put a little bit of your money in there. But also maybe put some money into some mid-cap companies, into some larger cap companies, some bigger companies that have established themselves, that have proven to investors that they can make them money. So stay away from penny stocks most of the time. I think one out of my 33 companies that I own, I think one of them may be like around $5 or $6 for that. But for the most part, I stay away from really cheap stocks. Tip number 6. Don't expect all of your stocks to pay out. It's probably not going to happen. If you buy 30 stocks, most likely you're going to have 1 or 2 that don't give you a return, at least in the short term. At least not, you could go a year and still not see a company pay you out. Don't expect that all 30 of the companies that you pick, or all 40 of the companies that you pick, don't expect them all to give you a return, especially in the short term. But don't even expect them to give you a return in the all 30 of them to give you a return in the long run. What we're looking for is an overall return. And of course, after 3, 4, 5 years, if a company still hasn't given you a return, maybe consider selling it and reinvesting it into a company that, hey, has given you some money back. But anyway, yeah, just don't expect all your stocks to pay you out. Tip number 7, our last one, don't use options while you're learning to invest. Personal recommendation, but I wouldn't do it. In fact, I haven't done it yet. And when I do get into options, I'll let you know. I'll make a video. I'll tell you all about my experience. But right now, my recommendation for you, if you're just starting out with investing, if you haven't really, learned the system yet, stay away from options. Learn the system. Just invest in stocks. And then once you kind of get your confidence built up, maybe go into options. Options have a lot more risk than your normal stocks. So give yourself at least a year is what I would recommend. Give yourself at least a year to educate yourself. So from the first day that you choose to buy some stocks, I would say give yourself a year of just trading stocks before you take that huge step to start trading options. But anyway, guys, that's my 7 tips for you in this video. I want to thank those who stuck around to the very end. You guys are the real deal. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Let me know what content maybe you want to see in future videos. Just leave a comment below. Leave a like if you liked, and y'all have an awesome day. And don't forget, guys, to dream big.